Toledo champs, and now it's time for Wont AMD power, baby, or AMD. Yes, this is the Zeus ROG G15 Advantage Edition, the AAA Advantage from AMD. And what does that mean? You know, Intel, how they got these Evo things, it's supposed to meet this criteria, the same sort of thing with this AMD laptop. So when you get a AAA laptop, you know it has to meet a certain criteria, and it just takes the brain work out of buying a laptop. AMD Advantage, you know it has a Ryzen 5000 CPU, has a Radeon 6000 GPU, 6000 series. In this case, we have the Ryzen 5900HX and the Radeon RX 6000M GPU. It has to get 10 hours of battery life. I've got to say, it was very close to that 10 hours, just normal web surfing and that. So I guess it gets a check there. It has to have a display, 300 nits or brighter, 294 nits, WARF. It has to be at least 144 Hz. This one here, 165 Hz, 1440p. Not only that, it was 94% P3. So this display on this will be great for a content creator too, because it has a high resolution, 1440p, and it has the wide color gamut. The bonus is the 165 Hz. And then to meet the AAA requirements for the AMD Advantage, you need to have quality of life things like the skin temperature of the laptop will not exceed 40 degrees, and it has to not be a hairdryer. And I can confirm this one here, it's not that hot and loud compared to some of the gaming laptops out there. In its turbo mode, yeah, alright, it's starting to get a little bit loud, but basically under 50 decibels, no problem if you're just in your normal performance mode. So this embodies everything that you need to be the AAA AMD Advantage, but is it any good? And the answer to that is unequivocally yes. It is a great laptop. Of course, being an AMD Advantage, we have AMD Smart Shift, just basically balances the load between the GPU and CPU. AMD Smart Access Memory, this in NVIDIA speak would be called resizable bar. And the extra boost you're gonna get will resize your bar, because you can get up to, 15% extra performance because of this. And when it comes to these technologies, having all AMD actually works better than Intel and NVIDIA. That's because they control everything, right? It all comes from the one place. This thing here also has a vapor chamber with liquid metal. So when it comes to the price, check out the description for the latest price. But what I can tell you, without a doubt, this is the performance to price king in gaming laptops. I have a video comparing this laptop with the 6800M compared to another laptop with an RTX 3080, 165 watt. Both use the same CPU. I'll leave a link to that video in the description, so if you want to know the performance, check out that video. But the TLDR of it is, this performs between a high wattage 3070 and 3080, closer to a 3080. But you will pick up this laptop for less than a 3070 laptop, equivalent sort of 3070. So that's all you need to know about performance. That's all you need to know about price. Build quality is solid, plasticky, it's robust. I bashed and crashed it a little bit, and yeah, it does have an exclusive AMD look to it with the red accent and stuff, but it is gamery. It's going to be personal preference whether you like that. It's 25.9 millimeters thick, so it's not the thinnest thing out there, but the cooling's good, so you'll forgive that. Also 2.5 kilos, 5.5 pounds. It comes with a 280 watt power supply, and yeah, that GPU can use up to 160 watts, so you need that 280 watts there. 90 watt hour battery, Wi-Fi 6, and you can see all the ports there on the screen. Now the display, as I said before, the display is really good. It's not the fastest display. Does have FreeSync, 16:9, 1440p, 165 Hz, so it's got the refresh. It definitely has the color gamut there, so it's great for a creator / gamer, but I wouldn't say it's the fastest display I've used, although I do get a great gaming experience on it. It does say it's a 3 millisecond response, and it's an IPS level panel. And with the ports, of course, you're not going to get Thunderbolt. Now the sound is actually decent, Dolby Atmos. And it does have the AI noise cancellation, and that thing is magic. Like, it cuts out all background noise, so if you like streaming and whatever. And yeah, watching movies on this, that's quite a nice sound there. It's certainly not the best I've heard on a laptop, but it is pretty good. We have a nice RGB keyboard. The keys feel nice. They are a bit flat, but they're big. They've got a nice cushion into them. It's very nice to type on this. And the trackpad, although the click feels a little bit clunky, no complaints whatsoever. All the gestures worked. It was smooth and the tracking was spot on, so I wasn't getting too many false clicks or anything like that. So a lot of gaming laptops, you wouldn't even touch the trackpad. This one's okay. So I've gone through all that. If you want to know the performance compared to 3080, check out that video in the description there for more performance. But inside you can upgrade the RAM, of course. You've got 2 RAM slots and you have 2 SSDs, so you can have 2 M.2 SSDs in there, so that's really good. And that vapor chamber in there with liquid metal, that really helps to keep everything under control, temperatures, etc. And I did actually ask them, I go, why has this got a vapor chamber and the Intel one doesn't? They basically said they get an innovation budget for every laptop, and that's what they use their innovation budget for, to put the vapor chamber. But it does use 280 watts versus 240 watts on the Intel version, I think. More power. I like it. So anyway, the first all AMD laptop I've had gets a big thumbs up from me. Price to performance is there. The actual real raw performance is there. AMD have done a great job on, identifying what gamers want and giving it to them for the most part. And what's to criticize about it? Maybe it's lack of MUX switch, which for me is not really a thing. I don't care. I just couldn't be bothered turning that on and off. Yes, you do get better performance with a MUX switch, but you wouldn't notice it unless you're benchmarking. And 16:9 display, I would like to see 16:10, but exclusively for gaming. 16:9 is the standard there, but I do like how this display can be used for content creation and for gaming. So yeah, it's a cracking package. I think you'll enjoy it if you get it. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Tally ho.